Buenas noches. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the BPM podcast, your favorite podcast in the world. If you're not following me on YouTube, TikTok, and never mind TikTok, I'll get into that. Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, please do so. I really appreciate your support and your input on uh, some of the things I talk about, but please do share, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cost you anything. Just send it to them, see what happens. They might like me, they might not. They'll be like, ugh, but it'll help me out, you know. So yeah, don't not on TikTok because I got a new phone and I can't log into my TikTok account. I've tried all 1,700 passwords I had for that, and I can't log back in. But Facebook, Facebook, Meta's doing it right. You know, I can log into my account that I deleted 10 years ago. You know, because I was like, Facebook is toxic. So I logged out. I erased my account. I lost a bunch of stuff that I uploaded up there. So I was like, it's fine, but I don't. I need a peace of mind from Facebook. I kept Instagram because Instagram was more of to my liking. I built my Instagram page to what I like to follow, you know. But Facebook, you could just stumble upon randomness every day of the week, and I was like, I'm done with this. And Facebook is doing it right. You know, you can log in, you could just make up a password, be like, oh yeah, that's your password. Log back in. We need you on this platform. TikTok is like, I don't know about this, you know. So they're making it a little harder for me to retrieve my password. And if you're from TikTok and listening to this podcast, please shout me out. You know, or not shout me out. Reach out and let me get my account back because there's a lot of videos on there that didn't go viral that I would like to gain back. Mostly is clips about this podcast, about me trying to drive the traffic towards my podcast, and maybe it's not the route to go. And Facebook has been good. You know, the numbers are starting to show. I was having second thoughts about Facebook for a long time. About Facebook for a long time. I should have jumped on the wagon as soon as I started the podcast, but never too late. Never too late. So you can follow me on those things, and I will appreciate it so much. And let's get in right into it. Do you think you suffer from from my life sucks syndrome? And I get it. I 100% get it. Like, my life sucks. Nothing's going right. Everything's going wrong. Why is this breaking? Why I have to pay for this? Why do I have to round like? Why do I have to go the extra mile just to make it okay? Like, why do I have to essentially put all my energy into this because life is not good? And funny enough, I think your life is great. I think my life is great despite whatever happens in it, despite whatever obstacles I come on the road. And part of it means, I guess I'm being sarcastic a little bit, but I'm not. It's having faith, having faith that it ain't over. Like, this is not the end of the road, whatever is troubling you. You could be, I read this the other day. You could be dating somebody. Let's say you're dating somebody for about 2.5 years, whether you're a female or a male, and I know a lot of males listen to me, not a lot of female followers. Uh, but I read this that it was disturbing, to say the least. This girl's dating this guy for about 2.5 years or something like that, and she finds out She doesn't give a lot of explanation on how she finds out. Maybe she's just looking for clout. But it made me think. I was like, can you imagine what she went through as an individual? It has to weigh on you for a long, long time. Let's say you're dating the the, the girl of your dreams, and you think this is the one, and you think that this is it for you. This is the end of the road for your dating situation, right? Or whatever you want to call it. And you find out that this person is actually sleeping with their mom or dad. How would you take that? How much does your life really suck? Is your wife sleeping with her dad? Is your husband sleeping with her mom? Probably not. I'm going out on a limb and saying probably not. And it made me have a weird thought that I was like, okay, let's say this let's pretend that this is true. Let's pretend this is 100% legit, that it is not a stunt to get followers, to get attention, to get any sort of recognition, or what have you. Let's say that this is 100% truth. And I'm a big believer in speaking things into existence. Speaking things into, like, not exist. Not, I'm not a believer of, like if I said it, it's gonna happen. Because I am. No, I believe in putting in the work to make things happen. But I am a believer that if you want things, you have to, like, almost like program your mind to want those things, because, like, you could be sidetracked, or you could be uh, trying to want what the others have that you don't have, and that's part of, like, being jealous, right? A part of being, why is it not happening to me? Why don't I have the new car? Why don't I have the new house? Right? It's trying to keep up with the Joneses, essentially, right? But if she's saying, let's say that this is 100% true, that this is really what happened to her, can you imagine dating ever again? Can you imagine going out there and putting yourself out there for some affection and some love, and for some memories, and then that is still on you. Like, you can't just make jokes about that. Like, she's making jokes about it, being online, and trying to get attention from it. She's making a joke when when she should be trying to look for some help and trying to get out of that mess psychologically. That's my thought. But on the other hand, how bad was this girl's fucking monkey? That homeboy was like, you know what? I had one good monkey 18 years ago. I'm going back to it. I had one good monkey, and I don't. Yours is garbage. I don't need it. I'm going back to mom's. Wow. That's. I had two thoughts. I had, like, all right, if this is happening for reals, why is she doing this? Like, I get it. Everyone is, their first thought is, let me get it online. Let me get popular by whether I'm hurting, whether I'm still grieving, whether I'm still incriminating myself, whether it, it's a variation of society. Like, we want online attention. Yeah. You see this? I guess yes. We want online attention because that's how we interact with each other. But when you interact with normal people, regular people out in the world, you wish you could, dislike them. You wish you could be like, you know what, comment some shit on their under their page in real life. And when you do comment real shit on their life in person to person, how it should be done, they think you're an asshole. They think you're mean. They think that you don't like them. No, it's just a comment, just like on YouTube, just like on every other video. What is the best part of any viral video? The comment section. You go to the comment section and you are delighted to be on there. You've seen the video, but like, let me see what more people can add to this video. And the comment section does not let down. It is This video is brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. You know what I'm saying? Juicy IPA Force 9.5, New Belgium 9.5 APA, or I don't think it's APA, but 9.5s. You know, but it's got like a juicy flavor to it. I guess hence the name Juicy Force. It has like an orange flavor to it. It's pretty good. It is a 9.5, and it drinks like a 7.0. It drinks Voodoo Ranger Juicy Force IPA. It drinks like a 7, but it's a 9. It'll get you where you want to go fast, like the Maverick. But right, let's say that this story is 100% truth. She's in a lot of trouble mentally. She still hasn't, like, she's still probably in shock that this is happening to her. And I seen her picture and I was like, she's not bad looking, but like, it has nothing to do with the looks. Because obviously, Homeboy was like, I need some of that mommy milk. And he went and got it. And now he destroyed this poor young lady. And some trooper is going to come in and save her and fix it right up. So whoever signs up for that mess. Because there's some people out there, they are messed up in the head from relationships. They're so messed up from relationships. And it was kind of weird because I read it and I was like, how do I feel about this? And that's essentially is how I approach everything. I don't have an initial feeling right away. I question, how do I feel about it? Do I have a strong feeling? But then why do I have a strong feeling about it? Or do I have a wishy-washy feeling? Do you think your life sucks? Let me tell you, your life is great. You're happy. You might have a bad day. It ain't a bad life. We all have bad days. I took my car to the shop the other day, and they're like, yeah, you need a new transmission. It'll be $7,800. I'm like, what? $7,800? I'm like, for what? And they're like, oh, we have a code for a transmission. I'm like, yeah, but it drives fine. It feels nice. It doesn't. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. It'll take care of itself. It came by itself. It'll take care of itself. So we still, still working, still running around. And the same, it is what it is. But we all have those moments. We all have those moments where, like, you think. And it's funny because I was watching this movie with my kids the other day. Almighty Bruce. No, not, yeah, Almighty Bruce with I am super bad with names when it comes to movies. Someone roasted me the other day because I said Jason. Did I say Jason? Yes, Jason from 13th Street or from Elm Street, some shit like that. And I know it's not Jason, it's Freddy Krueger from Elm Street. But I said it so confident in my head that I was like, yeah, that's the name. I'm super bad with names, but it's the one with Jim Carrey that he becomes God, and I watched that with my kids, and I was like, it's a great movie. But I asked him, I was like, hey, how do you think that God works? How do you think that this is an interpretation on how God's supposed to work? But Who knows how it works, right? And they're like, yeah, just like that. It works just like that. You pray and it helps and it happens. And my daughter came to me and she's like, "Does it really work like that, Dad?" I'm like, "It does work like that. It works to whoever God is, right? You talk to him in your own dialect, your own way of talking to the Almighty. But it won't happen when you want it to happen. It won't when you need it the most is when it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen when you want it. It's gonna happen when you need it the most or when you're ready the most. When you're asking for things from life, they're not just gonna happen to you. They're just not. When you need them the most and when you're ready to take on the challenge of the new thing you're asking for is when they show up in your doorstep and then 3 months later you're like, whoa, I can't believe this is happening to me. It's like almost like you're asleep while it's happening, and then you gotta step back a little bit and reassess things. You're like, oh, this is actually my life now. This is how it's supposed to happen. I've been waiting for this a long time, but we give up on our own and our own agenda. You're like, I wanted that 6 months ago. I don't need it no more. But like you weren't ready then. You weren't ready to take on the challenge. So deal with it now or it's gonna be gone. And there's a few of us that take on the the pressure, the challenge of feeling grateful for the things that are happening. So she's fucked. 100% she's fucked. If this is happening for reals, she's done. She's gonna be messed up for a long time. And let me tell you, this is America, land of the free, home of the brave, and home of the Angel Army, son. But it's okay. We live to fucking fight another day, every day, like a good American. I'm not American to your eyes, but to my eyes, I'm Mexican as fuck. But your life is not bad. There's people out there with real fucking problems. We all have issues. We all have trauma. We're not all perfect. The moment you think you are perfect, the moment you think you have it all figured out, and it's when life is like, "Oh yeah, you think so? Bye-bye." Right? So, it is part of life. It is part of life not giving up as well. Not giving up on yourself, not giving up on on your beliefs, on do you have what it takes to keep going every day? Because going homeless is easy. Being fucking on the streets, on drugs, that is easy. That's 100% easy. What you do every day, what we do every day, waking up every day against all odds, going to work tired, going to work injured, going putting food on the table, keeping a roof over your family's head. That's hard because you're doing it every single day. You don't have If you're homeless, you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, you might have to worry about certain things, but like, oh, I I don't have to worry about picking up my daughter from school because what? Guess what? I'm homeless. I don't have a car. I'm on drugs. They don't want me around. You gave up on the people that needed you the most because you don't think those people have families. They do, but they gave up on themselves. So don't feel that like life is choking you and taking your air out of your lungs and it feels like there's no solution. If it can get dirty, it can get clean. You know what I'm saying? If it's dirty, all it takes is just a little, you know, spit and shine, baby, because it ain't gonna be over some minor thing. So, homegirl's got it. She's got to figure it out. What is going on? Can I say something that is? I thought the White House held a standard for behavior, for be on your best behavior, make sure you pass the background test before you even walk in this bitch, before you even step foot on the fucking front lawn. Make sure you are on your P's and Q's every single time you speak. If you ask to go to the bathroom, anything. I thought that was the high standard, but I was wrong. Because obviously, they put that fucking pride flag up there. And I'm not, I get it, but it doesn't belong there. I get you want to be represented. You want to be part of the community. You are part of the community. Look at the laws. The law said you could get married to one another. You are part of the community. I'll never see my Mexican flag up there, right next to the American flag, and it's okay, and it's fine. I don't care. But damn trans people busting out titties on the front lawn of the White House. What is this country coming to? Where are we going? What are we teaching our kids? They're like, oh yeah, this is the White House where the most powerful men on earth. Well, I guess you could go back Clinton. Clinton was getting them, them sloppy toppies. But that was behind doors. No one really knew until someone like, hey, actually, he came in my mouth a couple times and I don't know what happened. He was my boss, so I said yes. But now you got trans people topless. What is this? A frat house? Are we? How do you think Putin is looking at us? Mr. Putin looking at the U.S. You're like, oh yeah, you worry about that. I'm going to bomb the shit out of Ukraine. Why you worry about them fake tatas? About gender equality. You know who should be more angry than me? Women. Women should be outraged. If you're going to show your tits, they should have been real tits. Real mommy milkers. Real the heavies. The heavies. You know that girl that escaped North Korea that was on Joe Rogan's podcast and on the what's that name of the podcast that she was on just recently? Andrew Schultz podcast, The Flagrant. The heavies, the real heavies, they should have been on there. We don't want no tit and dick. I'm not transphobic. I'm not against that community. I'm just against the antics they have to make us either accept them or like them or whatever they are. Because if you ask them, the movement is a little bit off. No one knows where the fucking car is going. All they know is that they're on there, and that's it. Don't worry about asking questions. We're going from A to B. Don't worry about nothing. No, yeah, we gotta worry about stuff. So Biden is a lot of trouble. Trump is in a lot of trouble. Where are we going? Are we going up or are we going down? Meanwhile, we got aliens in Vegas. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm welcome now. We got aliens in Vegas. And allegedly, this family has gone missing. That's another topic for another day. I don't want to get into the alien talk right now. But hey, what's going on? What really is going on? There's so much going on that you feel that what you have to sit through a bunch of BS to find out the truth. And the truth is that trans people are trying to take over the White House. Bottom line. And I'm gonna end that. I'm gonna end this episode with that. Trans people are trying to take over the White House, and they have because Joe Biden, he don't know what a girl and a boy is no more. He's like, I just want to sniff somebody. Just want to sniff somebody. And remember, this is not your army. So make sure you follow me on TikTok. Not TikTok, sorry. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, under the Back Porch Mexican. Thank you so much for listening. And ta-ta, Army boys.